guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Sarah here, and happy 2020. Wow. 2019 moved so fast. I can't believe that I'm already saying 2020. It's totally insane. And this is my first official video of the new year. I have been doing Vlogmas. I was vlogging all the way through January 1st, but this is like my first official sit down video with you guys for the new year. So I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to be sharing my best of beauty for 2019 with you guys in this video. I'm going to try not to ramble too much. I don't want this to be an hour long. We don't need that, but I definitely have a lot of products that I was really loving in 2019 that I want to share with you. I did want to welcome anybody who is new here. I talked about my 2020 goals in my last Vlogmas videos, so I do want to say if you are new to my channel and you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you would consider subscribing and turning your notifications on. I am trying to reach 1,000 subscribers at the beginning of this year, and make sure to follow me on social media. All of my handles are linked down below, and let's go ahead and jump into the best of beauty. Alright, as you guys can see, I'm back in my filming chair. I finally cleaned off enough stuff off of it so I can actually sit in it. This is not where I will permanently be. Obviously, I don't like the door. I really hate the light switch behind me, but for right now, it'll do. I am still working on getting this room all cleaned up and decorated and trying to figure out where my official filming space will be in here. But you know, being in the chair is progress, so we're getting there. But like I mentioned earlier, I do have quite a few products that I wanted to share with you guys. I will be sharing products from all beauty categories, including skincare, hair care, hair tools, makeup tools, you name it, we're gonna talk about it. And all of the products that I'll be mentioning in this video are either products that just came out this year or that, you know, may have been out for a little while, but I just happen to have discovered this year. So it's a little mix of both. So let's go ahead and jump off with hair. The first item that I wanted to share with you guys is a hair tool, and it is the Revlon One Step Volumizer air dryer, air brush situation, whatever you want to call it. It's great. It's wonderful. I got this back in summer before all the hype started on it, and I instantly fell in love with it. It's just so easy to use if you have a lot of hair like I do. I actually have a very thick head of hair, and it's actually incredibly long right now. This totally saves me a ton of time with styling and drying my hair. I generally like to dry my hair with a regular blow dryer until it's about like 70 to 80% dry. Then I go with this to finish off drying it and also styling it at the same time. So it saves me money, it saves my hair, and it's just like a really great tool in general. And this color is online exclusive. I know everyone has like the black or the pink one, but I will have this mint color linked down below in my description if you are interested in it. It really is a pretty color, but obviously everything that I mentioned in here I will be linking down below in case you guys want to shop it or check it out for more information. Okay, the next up for hair is the Silkening Oil Treatment from Aquage. I got this in PR and I actually truly love this. This has color protectant as well as heat protectant, so it really is a great little product that addresses a lot of different concerns and helps to keep your hair nice and shiny and healthy and smooth. The way that you use this one is that you put it in when your hair is still damp and then you style it like usual. Usually for me, I put this in my hair in between the regular blow dryer and my volumizer, and like I said, it really helps with making my damaged, bleached hair still feel nice and silky smooth. Up next is a Drugstore hair product, and you can find this at Target. This is from the brand The Good Stuff, and this is their Intensive Nourishment No Rinse Conditioner. This stuff is really amazing. So it cuts down on your time in the shower, because when it comes to hair, all you'll need to do is shampoo, and then when you get out of the shower, you towel dry your hair, then you put this in, and this acts as both a regular conditioner and a leave-in conditioner. And the main reason why I like this is just because it cuts down on the amount of product that you're putting in your hair. If you use too many products in your hair, it can definitely weigh it down. So doing a one-step conditioner situation definitely helps out the volume of my hair. And I really like this one because I have noticed that since I started using this, my hair feels a lot stronger and healthy. And then this last hair product actually has been a favorite of mine for a long time, but it is something that I love sharing over and over again for the rest of my blonde babes out there. And this year I found it in a new container, and it is the Manic Panic Semi-Permanent Color in Virgin Snow. If you are bleached blonde, this is going to be your best friend to helping tone your hair in between salon visits, especially if you are platinum or you have a more white-based blonde. This stuff is a white toner specifically made for blonde hair that'll correct any brassiness that may creep up. And the other thing that I really love about this too is that it makes my hair super soft, so it's like a win-win. It fixes my blonde and makes my hair super silky. Okay, then moving on to skincare, I definitely have a good mix of higher end and drugstore products that I wanted to mention to you guys. I feel like this was the year of skincare for me, especially with me turning 30. I know you guys are probably sick of hearing that, but hey, I turned 30. I was just really focused on taking care of my skin and just kind of getting it to the best state that I could get it in. So I really found myself investing in skincare this year. The first thing that I want to mention is a skincare tool. I did a whole review on this, so I'm not going to talk about it for too long, but it is the NuFace mini toning facial device. You guys, I was like so on the fence about whether or not I was gonna purchase this. I had seen results that had looked literally too good to be true, but this thing delivers. So if you haven't heard about this little guy will lift and tone your face. So if you're worried about aging, you're worried about your skin elasticity, skin firmness, any of that, this is gonna address that and you will see results. Like I said, I have an entire review on this little guy on my channel, so I'll make sure to link that in the description below and right here on the screen. So if you want more information, definitely check out that video. But I will say that this is probably my best beauty investment of 2019, hands down. Next up, moving on to something a little bit more affordable, I wanted to shout out the e.l.f. Illuminating Eye Cream. This little guy was the MVP for me this year. I had so many problems this year with eye creams that were causing rashes under my eyes. They were causing swelling. I don't know what's going on. I still to this day do not know what is causing those reactions, but this is literally the only eye cream that I've tried this year that has not irritated my eyes. So for any ladies out there who have sensitive skin under their eyes, definitely give this one a try. And besides it being the only eye cream that didn't irritate my under eyes, this stuff actually works. I definitely do notice a brighter under eye ever since I've been using it. Are you good? Don't cry at me. You wanted to be in here. Go, if you have to, go. Sorry guys, he's insistent. Okay, this chair's not big enough for the two of us. Sorry. Okay, are you good? You comfy? Are you comfy? Are you gonna help? Okay. Okay, so sticking with the drugstore train, I did want to share two products from Derma E. The first one is their Scar Gel. I love this thing. This is a miracle worker. This Scar Gel actually really truly helps if you are prone to hyperpigmentation like I am. He's down here. But the best way to use this one for me is basically anytime I have a blemish that's healing. Usually for me, I tend to end up with hyperpigmentation, but if I apply this stuff as it's healing, it really helps to cut down on that scarring time and make the blemish disappear much faster. And even better still, on older scars, I actually have seen a difference of it either erasing or reducing the appearance of them. I have an acne scar on one of my cheeks that I've had since high school, and since using this, I have noticed that it is much lighter than it used to be. Sorry if you guys are hearing the heavy breathing. He's being very, very needy right now. But my next Derma E product that I want to share with you guys is their overnight peel. This stuff is seriously such a miracle worker. I can't even tell you guys. So for this one, I did find out about this and actually the Scar Gel from Roxette Ariza, but the way that she recommended using this is that anytime you feel like you're about to get a breakout or a blemish, apply this over it and this will either reverse it. I've actually seen it happen where I felt a blemish coming on and then I put this on and the next morning it was gone, or it'll kind of curb it in its path and will help to stop it from getting too big. So if you are acne prone like I am, this stuff is gonna be such a lifesaver. Okay, then bouncing back over to higher end, I did wanna mention a few masks to you guys. The first one is the Laneige Lavender Water Sleeping Mask. I love this thing. Anytime I have a night where I slept in my makeup on accident or something like that, the next night I will sleep in this and it really helps to like make my skin feel nice and healthy and rehydrated again. This is especially great for after I get back from traveling. I'll wear this for a few nights afterwards just to rehydrate. And every time I wear this mask at night, the next morning I do feel like my skin is just looking a lot healthier. It's got a really great glow to it and it just feels nice and hydrated. And specifically with this one, I do love the lavender one because for those of you who don't know, smelling lavender as you're prepping to go to sleep will help to unwind and calm you and put you in a more blissful, relaxed state so that you can fall asleep a lot quicker. You guys, Okay, then next up for skincare, I wanted to share 2 masks with you that come from the same company. And you guys, I really did not want to fall in love with the products from this company. I wanted to return the first mask that I bought because of the price of it, but it just ended up being so amazing. And it is the Summer Fridays masks, specifically the R&R mask and the jet lag mask. You guys know all about this. Everyone goes crazy over this one. This one is like multi-purpose. It can act as a mask, a primer, a moisturizer, what have you. It'll do it. This stuff is honestly just really, really amazing for recharging and rehydrating your skin, especially if it's feeling sallow and dull. This thing will definitely rejuvenate it. And I will say, when I was having the rashes under my eye, when I was trying out different eye creams, I would put this on the areas that had rashes, and the next morning they would be like 50% softer than they were the day before. So this also definitely works as a really good skin rescue. And then for the R&R mask, this is like instant glow. If you're headed out to an event, or maybe you are gonna go shoot photos or something, whatever you're doing, any kind of special event where you really want your skin to glow and look really beautiful and healthy, this mask is amazing. Just like put it on for 10 minutes before you start doing your makeup, and you'll be left with this base that is absolutely beaming, and again, just looks ridiculously healthy. All right, then last up for skincare is like a skincare tool thing. But this year I discovered the Erase Your Face reusable microfiber makeup remover towels. That was a mouthful. But these things are not only great for getting your makeup off, but for the environment as well. Instead of using like one-time throwaway makeup wipes, this thing is reusable. And in my opinion, it gets off my makeup 1,000 times better than any makeup wipe ever has. The best way, in my opinion, to use this is to take a cleansing balm and just use it to start like breaking down the makeup on your face. Then wet this with warm water, and literally your makeup will just slide right off. And I promise it takes absolutely everything off. When I go to put on my toner with my cotton pad after I cleanse my face and I'm wiping it all over, I'll take a look at the cleansing pad after I'm done, and there's literally no residue on it. It's so crazy. So highly recommend these. I know that there's also the face halos out there. I think that those are pretty much the same concept. So it's up to you if you prefer to use like a little tiny face halo, or if you prefer a bigger towel like this. I personally prefer the bigger towel because with this one, I'm more motivated to wipe my neck down as well, which is a spot that I tend to forget to take makeup off from. So going with the towel size for me really helps me out. And in case you're interested in this, but you're worried about like bacteria buildup or anything like that, every single time I use this, I will take some antibacterial hand soap and I'll just wash it out and wring it out. And then I only use these like 3 to 4 times, and then I'll pop it in my next laundry load and wash it and get a fresh one. Okay guys, then moving on to makeup. There's a lot, so hang on to your seats, folks. Let's dump this out. Okay, so I think the best way to do makeup is to probably move in order of the face. That way I make sure I don't miss anything, though I probably will miss something because there's been so many times where I've been like, oh shit, I totally forgot to do primer or some shit like that, but we will try our best right now. Okay, first off, starting off with primer. I don't know if I really consider this like a primer, but this is like the closest thing. I have fallen so in love with the Milk Makeup Blur Stick this year. This works like no matter what kind of face you're doing. If you're doing a no makeup day, but you just kind of want to like blur your imperfections a little bit and just like make your skin look a little bit filtered, this thing is gonna be your best friend. It's so amazing. It makes my skin look instantly just kind of like airbrushed. And this also works really, really great under makeup. It actually has a pretty decent grip to it, and I never see it break up any foundations that I put over it. Okay, then moving on to foundation. I have 2 nicer foundations and 1 kind of like more affordable foundation. So we'll start with that one. It's not exactly drugstore. It costs a little bit more than the drugstore, but I've really been loving this. And it is the Morphe Fluidity Matte Full Coverage Foundation. I know that has a ton of descriptors on it, but this stuff is really, really amazing. I remember the first time I used this, I didn't think that I was gonna like it. And I even remember questioning myself, being like, why did I buy it if I didn't think I was gonna like it? And then I didn't really think anything of it. And then I filmed and I went to go edit the footage right away, and I was like, man, my face looks really flawless. And then when I looked in the mirror, I realized like, dang, this foundation's really, really good. So if you're looking to have a really, really flawless base on a budget, this one's definitely a good one. It's about $18, so it's a little bit more than drugstore, but it's definitely worth every extra penny. You guys, I'm so sorry. He fell asleep nuzzled up behind me, so if they're snoring, I apologize. Next up on my list was a foundation that I originally said I didn't like and has since grown on me, and I love it. I actually have been wearing it daily for my weekday makeup, and it is the Tarte Found Sealer. This one was like a sleeper hit for me. It was like kind of insane. My favorite thing about this foundation is the fact that it feels really, really lightweight, but it gives actually a decent coverage. It's not full coverage, it is medium coverage, but it's definitely perfect for like that weekday on the go kind of look when you might be going to work. So you definitely want to look put together, but you don't really need to do like a full glam, full coverage kind of face. Okay, next up is a foundation that I keep forgetting to use because it's like stored in the back of my foundations, but I love this foundation so much. So I really got to be better about putting it more front and center, but it is the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Foundation and Concealer. This thing is so good. I discovered this from Tottie's video, and this was a foundation where she was wearing it and she said it looked better every single time she looked in the mirror. Like the longer she wore it, the better it looked. And that is so true about this foundation. It wears so beautifully on your face for a long period of time. One cool thing about this is that when it's the pump, it is a foundation, but you can turn it into a concealer because it does have like a little doe foot applicator. I will say though, I don't really like it as a concealer. I feel like it just doesn't cover my under eyes as well as I want it to. So I like the doe foot applicator more for if I need a double up coverage on a certain area, like maybe I'm breaking out or something like that. That's definitely what the doe foot is great for me. But overall, just the formula on this foundation is really, really good. And again, this is another one that is gonna photograph really beautifully, or if you film, you do YouTube, IGTV, anything like that, this is gonna look really beautiful on camera. Next up, I did want to share a beauty sponge with you guys, and you guys know how much I love the EcoTools beauty sponges, but I just discovered a new one from them this year, and it is this one that is infused with antimicrobial silver. Oh my god, why don't people do this more often? So the silver in here is going to keep your sponge cleaner and fresher for longer, which is definitely very nice. If you are someone like me who's terrible at washing your beauty tools, so bad, this is gonna be a really good one for you. I have noticed a lot less breakouts ever since I've switched to using this one for my foundation. So now this is definitely the one that I purchase whenever I need to go and replace my beauty sponge. Okay, then moving on to contour and bronzer. As far as contour goes, I just wanted to mention one product, and it's a foundation, but I use it as a cream contour, and it is the Makeup Revolution Fast Base foundation stick. I use color F11, and this as a cream contour is absolute goals. Like if you want your face to look snatched, this is such a great secret weapon. And what I like about this is that it blends out really, really well. So it's not too harsh, because I never want like a super, super harsh contour. I really want it to look a little bit more natural, like, you know, ooh, she's naturally contoured, but she's not. So I've really been loving this one so much, and it just works really well underneath my contour powders to give me like that little extra dimension that I'm looking for when I have a full glam face on. Okay, then for bronzer, this bronzer has turned into like my daily use bronzer. In fact, I'm actually wearing it right now. I didn't contour, I just bronzed, and this stuff is just like so, so good. And it is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Waterproof Bronzer in Hotel Heiress. I have been a fan of the Park Avenue Princess version of this bronzer for a very, very long time, but I decided to try the Hotel Heiress because it's a little bit deeper, and this works so perfectly on my skin tone. If you are a medium to tan girl, this is gonna be a great one for you, because if you go in a little bit lighter with an application, it's definitely gonna look like a really beautiful sun-kissed kind of bronzy glow. But if you go in and you're a little bit more precise with it, like I was today, you end up with more of a bronzer kind of look. If you wanna be a little bit lazy, you don't wanna go through a full contour, this can definitely work both ways for you. Then moving right along, I realized that I forgot something that is pre-makeup. I knew I was gonna do it, but it's okay. On days where I don't really wanna wear a lot of makeup, maybe I just wanna do a little bit of concealer and maybe just a little bit of bronzer just to give my face some dimension, I like to go in with the MAC Strobe Cream. This is the silver one, just kind of like in the high points of my face to give my skin a really, really beautiful glow. I love this stuff because it's not glittery. It really does give your skin a glow and not a shimmer, which is why it's been such a classic for so long. But I'm definitely late to the game on it. I just got this year, and this is now for sure a staple product in my makeup collection. Okay, then bouncing back over to the cheeks, I wanted to mention 2 different blush formulas that I discovered this year that I'm so in love with. The first one are the Ofra blushes. I'm just like in love with the formulation on these. How many times can I say that I'm in love with something in this video? I guess it's appropriate because this is like my best of beauty, but basically guys, just now I'm in love with everything that I show you. But what I really, really love about the Ofra blushes is that they actually show up on me. They're very pigmented, which is great, but they're not too pigmented where it's like, you can easily go overboard. These are like a nice, good medium pigmentation that definitely still show up on girls who are more medium to tan skin. And the range of colors on these blushes is really wonderful. The one that I'm holding up right now is the Madison Miller one. I believe this is the All You Need Is Love blush. This one's really beautiful. It's a nice, beautiful peach. Definitely great for the spring and the summertime. But my other favorite, which I didn't bring over here, but it is the color Raisin. That one is a really great color no matter what season you're in. And guys, I'm so sorry. He's just gonna be snoring from here on out through the rest of this video. I don't think I can really do anything about it at this point. But the other blush that I wanted to mention to you guys is from the Sephora collection. This one is the Matte Perfection Blush Duo. And the color that I love and use is Poppy. So this is what it looks like. Like the name suggests, it is a duo blush. So there are 2 different colors in it. And you basically swirl them together. And again, just like the Ofra one, the reason why I love this is because the color actually shows up if you are medium to tan skin. And this one actually lasts quite a long time. There's a lot of times that I will put on blush and I'll head out the door and 2 minutes later, I'll look in the mirror in my car and I'll just be like, wait, where'd it go? This one actually stays on for a pretty decent amount of time, which is definitely a huge plus in its favor. Next up is a luminous face powder, and I'm sure many of you guys already know what I'm about to talk about. Her first collection did not go well this year, we all know, but she freaking hit a home run with her highlighters and luminous powders, and it is the Jaclyn Hill Mood Lighting Luminous Powder. This stuff, oh my God, I had wanted a luminous powder for so long, and this delivered and more. It gives my skin the most beautiful, healthy, luminous glow that I could ask for without going overboard, and it's just absolute perfection. I did do a whole review on this and the next product from her that I'm gonna show you guys, so I'm not gonna talk too long about it. I'll have it linked somewhere on the screen here and in the description down below, but just know this thing was absolute fire. Like I said, the next product is from her as well, and it is the Beaming Light Loose Highlighting Powder. You guys, if you want people to see your cheeks from outer space, this is what you use. This stuff is blinding and it is beautiful. It's not like a chalky kind of a highlight. When you put this on your skin, it definitely looks more like a wet highlight as opposed to like powdery or anything like that. So it definitely blends into the skin very beautifully, and it gives, honestly, the most beautiful beaming, I can't even call it a glow. It's like a freaking spotlight on your cheek, but it is absolutely wonderful. Okay, next up is another highlighter. I definitely have a handful of highlighters in this video, but it is the Ofra highlighter, and this is in the color Star Island. And this color specifically is the one that I wanted to shout out in this video. I didn't try this until very late into the year. I got this in the Ofra mystery bag unboxing video that I did, and I thought that this one was actually gonna be too light for me. So I always thought I would use this as like a highlight on top of a highlight, like if I wanted the very tops of my cheekbones to be beaming. But this on its own is actually really gorgeous. Even more so than the loose highlighter from Jaclyn Hill, this is the most intense highlight that I have. I'm actually wearing it on my cheeks right now. And I remember I just threw this on at night and I was vlogging and I was talking to the camera in the car at night, so there was not a lot of light on me and you could still see this highlight beaming through all the darkness. It's insane. It is so pretty and it is intense. It's great. Last up for highlights is a highlight palette, and it is the Jeffree Star Brain Freeze Skin Frost Pro palette. I love this palette so much. All of the highlighters in this palette are straight fire. They are so good. I will tell you guys, my favorite ones in this one though are Gold Breaker. That one's just a really pretty highlight, just like kind of like for every day. It is pretty intense, so if you're not regularly a highlight person, I wouldn't really wear it. But if you are a highlight person like me, but you want a glow that's kind of neutral, that can just like work with any type of a look, Gold Breaker is definitely gonna be a great one. It looks kind of warm, but it does pull more neutral, so it's like a neutral warm, but it just looks so beautiful, especially if you are someone like me with more medium skin. And then my other favorite in this palette may come as a shock, but it's actually frozen fruit. I know that that looks pink, but it does not go on pink on the skin. It is this really, really stunning kind of like white highlight. I don't know. Here, let me swatch it for you guys so you guys can see. So I know it looks pink on there, but when you actually blend it out, it's just, look at that. It's not pink. It's like this silvery, I don't know, it's like a white silvery, really, really pretty highlight. This color just like took me by surprise and I love it so much. And then moving on to eyes, I have one eyeshadow primer that I wanted to talk to you guys about. I only have the sample size of it. I still need to go and get the full size, but I still wanted to talk about it with you guys. And it is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. This stuff is seriously the best eye primer I've ever used. It goes on really opaque, but it's thin, so it doesn't feel like it's wearing your eyes down. So it gives like the perfect base for any eyeshadow look. Then as far as eyeshadow palettes go, there's only one that I want to mention. Please don't give me crap about this. It really is the only palette this year that truly impressed me, which is so funny because had I done a Best of Beauty 2018, the whole entire thing would have been eyeshadow palettes. But this year I only have the one because to me, this blew every palette out of the water. And it is the Jeffree Star Shane Dawson Conspiracy Palette. This palette literally has everything you need. It's like so crazy, just like so many great colors. And the reason why this is like the only palette that I wanted to mention is because it's the only palette that really truly inspires me to create new looks. I have a ton of really beautiful palettes that I got this year that are just really pretty, but none really grabbed me and sparked my creativity the way that this one did. I literally have to stop myself from using this palette every single time I do my makeup because I always want to reach for it. And I really do try to switch up my makeup palette usage as much as I can. But honestly, if I didn't own that many palettes, I would be using this all the freaking time. Again, this is another one that I have a full review video on, so I won't go on too long about it. But one thing that I do want to point out in this video is that besides it having just a really great color story, this comes with bonuses. So pigment right here makes a really pretty blush. Even if you are medium skinned, you can definitely still use Diet Root Beer as kind of like a, not a full contour, but it'll still give you enough of a shadow that it gives your face dimension. And then just a theory here, if you are my skin tone or darker, is a absolutely amazingly beautiful, beaming, stunning, glorious, don't know how many more adjectives I can put in it, highlight color. It's amazing. So you don't just get shadows in this palette, you can definitely use a lot of these colors for other things. Okay, then for brows, I just have one product I wanted to share with you guys, and it is the e.l.f. Wow Brow. Again, I heard about this one from Roxette Ariza, and I love this guy. So I think it's supposed to be like a dupe for the Glossier Boy Brow, but I haven't tried that before, so I can't speak to that. But this stuff is so perfect for brows on the go. So this is what the brush looks like. It's just a little tiny, precise brush, and then the formula does have little fibers in it, so it does help to kind of like build up your brow with minimal effort. And I have microbladed brows, so I don't really need to do a full-on brow routine. So this is really truly all that I need if, you know, my brows have disappeared a little bit into my foundation. This brings them back to life with just a swipe on each brow. Then for mascara, I just have one to share with you guys. I've actually used this one in the past a long time ago, then I thought that they discontinued it and I rediscovered it this year. It is online only at Ulta, but I will have that linked down below. And it is the Telescopic Waterproof Mascara from L'Oreal. They do have the regular mascara in drugstores, but the waterproof is the one that I haven't been able to find. And I finally found it again on Ulta.com and I ordered it and I used it and it is still every bit as good as I remember it to be. This one I don't use on my top lashes. I do use it for my bottom lashes. I have very short, very fine bottom lashes, and this is the best mascara that I found to really define and elongate them without flaking throughout the day. Then makeup spray and lipstick and we're done, I promise. For makeup spray this year, I discovered the Milani Make It Last Matte Charcoal Setting Spray. I got this in the travel size sample at BeautyCon, and I love this spray. This has replaced the L'Oreal Infallible Spray for me, and I'm never going back. Don't get me wrong, I love the L'Oreal one, but this one really truly just blew it out of the water. For those of you who are new to my channel, I don't like the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I think the L'Oreal one is much better. I've noticed my makeup lasts a lot longer with the L'Oreal one, and now with this one, I feel like I get the same amount of longevity out of my makeup with this one, but the spray nozzle is actually what sets this one apart. This one sprays in a wide, fine, even mist that is just like the perfect application. And one thing that I noticed that I like like better with this one versus the L'Oreal one is that this one actually does a better job of kind of like blending and melting my makeup into my skin a little bit more to make it look a little bit more natural and a little less powdery. Okay, then just lipsticks, you guys. We are in the home stretch. The one bullet lipstick that I did want to share with you guys is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude lipsticks. I just like their lipsticks in general. The one that I have here is Jennifer. This is what she looks like. But I have always struggled with nude lipsticks with my skin tone. I feel like half the time they make me look dead. They're too light. It makes me look like I just ate a powdered donut. So I was really excited when Natasha Denona came out with an entire nude lipstick range. And there's multiple colors in here that work for my skin tone, so I'm really thrilled about it. Like I said, the one that I have right now is Jennifer. I also own Claudia and Susan, and they just like look so beautiful on the skin, and they're a really creamy, luxurious, buttery formula. Again, this is another product where I dedicated an entire video to a review on, so I will have that linked down below in the description as well if you guys want more info on it. Okay, then lastly, just two liquid lipstick formulas. The first one is the Morphe Matte Liquid Lipstick. I know that these have been out for a while, but I just finally tried them this year, and since I tried my first one, I bought two more. I really love the formula on this. It's so comfortable and it wears really long. My only complaint on the Morphe Liquid Lipsticks is that the shade range, I feel like, just isn't big enough. I feel like they need a lot more nudes, and they just need to expand in general, but the formula itself is a 10 out of 10. Okay, then the last lipstick and the last product for this video overall is the Dose of Colors Matte Liquid Lipstick. I have been sleeping on these liquid lipsticks for so long. I've wanted to try them for years. I don't know what took me so long, but this year was the year that I realized that they're in Ulta. I think this was the first year that they were in Ulta. Maybe. Either that or I was behind. I'm not sure. But I finally purchased them when I went into an Ulta store, and this formula is just wonderful. Again, it's a long-lasting formula, but it's comfortable, it's thin, it doesn't feel cakey on my lips, it doesn't dry out my lips. It's definitely the perfect balance between matte and moisturizing. And unlike the Morphe liquid lipsticks, the color range for the Dose of Color liquid lipsticks is amazing. They have so many different colors, they have a ton of different nudes, and then they have a ton of different brights and reds and stuff like that, which makes sense because they've been out for a while, but I'm really upset at myself for sleeping on this for so long because it's wonderful. But anyways, that was it for this video. It's super long and my battery is dying, so I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys again for watching me all year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave me one of your favorite beauty products for 2019 down below in a comment. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.